Hello, my name is Terry E. Brown, and I am a gardener. I love to garden. I've been gardening for about 3 years at this point. I bought a house and I had a little bit of land, and really wasn't into gardening originally. And one day I decided to plant some kale out in the backyard, and I realized that over the remaining 3 months after planting, I was eating kale almost every day. It was growing consistently over a 3 month period, and I realized that that was something unique. And I fell in love with just seeing plants grow and then cutting and harvesting them and putting them on my kitchen table and eating them. And I never turned back. So it's been a really amazing experience. I actually thought I would share that or share this experience with anybody who is trying to start out in gardening and don't know exactly what to do. Um, so you want to start growing some vegetables, um, maybe some herbs too, but you don't know where and how to start. No problem. Some vegetables are easy. They practically take off on their own, while others need to be nurtured carefully. You can start small with a container garden or go with a raised bed or an in-ground garden. Whatever garden you prefer, success starts with a little bit of planning. So to get started, whether you plant containers, raised beds, or in-ground, choose a site that offers as much sunlight as possible. You want soil and potting mix that drains well and stays moist but not soggy. Be sure to water regularly with container gardens. You may need to water daily when the weather is a little warmer, but we're going into the fall season, so it's not going to be an issue. And don't forget to pull out weeds because that will destroy your garden. Um, but I just wanted to create a short video because I think a lot of people are in small spaces or they've been inside through COVID over the last few years and not sure how to garden. But if you follow me on this channel, I will absolutely show you how to use your space and really benefit from it. I think out in my garden right now, I planted two peach trees a couple of years ago that give me a ton of fruit. I have apple trees, have strawberries, peppers, blueberries. My tomatoes, I produce almost 400 or 500 tomatoes, and all my neighbors, they love me because I have too many to eat. And if you've ever eaten a tomato from a garden, is entirely different from what you buy in the store. I mean, you cut that thing open, and the juice and the flavor is just simply different. I don't think I've had to buy a tomato from a grocery store in almost a year. I just love getting my hands dirty. I love watching things go from a seed to a plant and then to my dining room table. And I want you to experience that too because it's really cool. It really, really is cool. I have a lot of fun, and I want you to join me on my journey because, I think gardening is sort of like life in a lot of ways. I mean, you make mistakes, you figure things out. Sometimes things work out perfectly, and you're like, wow, I can't believe these things produce this many vegetables or fruits. And then some years it just doesn't work out at all. But when you're constantly doing this, you're tinkering, you're figuring things out. Um, is the great part about gardening is that sometimes you can put something in the ground and just watch it grow, and then it's beautiful. You cut it, eat it. And some things are a little bit more complex that requires sunlight and water and the right amount of love. Is a really interesting um, hobby once I got into it. So my name is Terry E. Brown. From this day forward, I will share with you my experiences as a gardener because it's one of the best things I ever decided to do, and I want you to experience that too. So thank you. It's been a pleasure meeting you. Let's have some fun. Bye bye.
You gotta be careful if there's dry rot in the center of these trees. Often about 30% of the time you cut down a dead standing dry out here, you'll hit dry rot in the center, and that can be a dangerous